by 12.5, construction down by 3.3, manufacturing down by 4%. Transport, storage, and communication was up by 2.5, finance and insurance up by 0.8, producers of government services down by 0.5, wholesale and retail down by 3, real estate and renting down by 3.2, electricity and water 5.8, hotels and restaurants, which are a proxy for the tourism sector, down by 6.2%, other services down by 6.5%. Bad policies, we need a change in policy.
Oh, we are ready for government. PNP is ready to grow this country. Yeah, man. All right. Comrade Campbell, good evening.
Good evening and good evening and good evening to your listeners. How are you?
I am good. All the best for the new year when it comes, and we wish for your good health and wealth and victory in the upcoming election.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Same
Comrade Campbell, we lost you a while ago.
No, I said thank you so much. And I wish you and your family all the best for 2025.
Blessings. Before we go any further, let's look at this clip.
Once a lifeline for the community, now an unrecognizable ruin. Its structure lies shattered with twisted metal beams dangling precariously over the edge and the chunks of concrete scattered on the riverbank. But how did we get here?
Comrade Campbell, the bridge to Craigmill. How important a bridge is this?
You know, when I look at this, Comrade Colin, it really hurts me to even see it, you know, because we really shouldn't have gotten there. This bridge is extremely important to over 500 residents. This bridge serves the Craigmill, Whitehall, and Belvedere communities. It is, other than what I see they put in the river called a fording, this is the only way for them when the river is in spate to get out of the community. Now they have to pray and hope that we don't have as much rainfall as we have been having, because then they would be marooned.
How long this bridge has been how long this bridge has been closed? Let me use that term.
Bridge was closed by the National Works Agency in 2019.
2019. So that's 5 years going 6 now.
Yes.
What was the reason for the closure?
Because it was clear that the bridge was deemed unsafe. It was unsafe for vehicular traffic. And therefore, the National Works Agency put up a close sign and rendered this bridge, what they say, not usable. But the interesting thing I want your listeners to understand, that the Works Agency, National Works Agency, puts up a sign and it says, bridge closed.
Talk to me.
Yet, up to last week, I visited the community of Craigmill and the bridge is open.
You saw a vehicle driving on it?
I saw people driving on it. And I looked in the paper and I noticed that the Works Agency, along with the Member of Parliament, is insisting that residents remove the debris or what is used to stop people from using that bridge. But I have a problem with it. I have a problem because we're not being honest.
Talk to me.
We're not being honest. You created a fording in the river. And in that river, that slab of concrete that is placed in the river, Comrade Bell, I'm so angry about this situation, you see. This slab of concrete that is placed in the river, when the river comes down, there is no way to use that slab of concrete to get in and out of the community. No way. If you don't walk on the bridge, what they call the closed bridge, or drive on the closed bridge, there's no way to get to the community, in and out. And God help if you fall ill.
So you are saying the fording that they said that they built was not adequate?
No, it's not.
What's wrong with it?
It is not adequate because I don't know if you have any pictures, but they use some river shingles. They use some river stones. So I don't know if you have a picture of it, because what it looks like, and your listeners probably need to see this. They put a slab in the middle of the river. They put a slab of concrete in the middle of the river with some holes underneath it for the water to go through. Now, anybody with any common sense would know that if you put these little holes for water to go through, when the trees, the limbs, the leaves, and everything is coming down, it is going to naturally block that hole.
Right.
Water must find somewhere to go. So because it cannot go through, it goes around. And when the water goes around, it removes those stones that is packed to connect slab in the river to land. So now that the water has removed those stones, Comrade Bell, no cars can access the slab. I don't know if you get in the picture.
So I know the place, personally I know the place. I'm trying to find the clip that I can show my listeners, but I know the place. So you go down into the sink and it has two approach to the slab. And what you are saying is that when the river is in spate, it wash them away.
It wash your boat. The one on the north side, the one on the south side.
And when it wash them away, nobody can cross it.
Nobody can cross it. So National Works Agency and the member of parliament is not being honest with Jamaica, because they are fully aware that persons had no choice but to now use the bridge that is closed.
So what I'm understanding from you, Comrade Doreen Campbell, is that citizens of these community are forced to use the dilapidated bridge from time to time.
I would put it another way. Citizens of these communities are forced to risk their lives because it's the only way in and out, because they can't swim across. So they have to either walk across using the bridge that is closed. And to be honest, how long now have those debris that was placed there since 2019 have been removed? They've been removed for years.
Let me ask you something.
People have been using it.
How many communities use that bridge? How many communities are beyond that bridge?
3 communities.
Name them for me.
We have Craig Mill, we have Whitehall, and we have Belvedere. Those are the 3 communities, along with farmers, students that use that bridge.
So about how many people live across there?
We're talking about over 500 persons.
That is what is on your voters list?
That is what is on the voters list. So we're not adding those children that is not yet at the age of 18.
And do we have schools over there?
Well, I don't even want to touch that topic, because
Why?
the school that serves that area is Belvedere, and that school has been closed for some time. I don't want to touch those things, Comrade Bell. It's another program, because all you're going to do is to bring me back to the fact that Western Portland has become one of the poorest constituencies in Jamaica.
Hold on, Doreen, what are you talking about Western Portland poor?
Yes, one of the
land for poor.
Because everything that sustains life in Western Portland is slowly dying or have died. Western Portland is a farming constituency. and everything to do with farming over the past 18 years. If it has not died, it has significantly declined to the point where farmers cannot adequately earn an income to take care of their families.
Doreen, let's go back to the bridge before. You say number one, but I want to allow you to speak about that, but I want to talk about the bridge. So you are saying on the voters list about 500 people live over there. So if we look at it as family, we are talking about maybe over 1,000 people.
Probably about 700.
Live over there.
Yes.
And you are saying that there's no school anymore over that side.
No.
So any child who live across there have to use that road to come into Buff Bay.
Absolutely.
It has been raining in Portland from about late October. How the people were coming into Buff Bay and getting back home as it relates to that bridge and the fording?
So I don't know whose tractor it is, but somebody's eating a food. Because every time the river washes away the stones, that creates the connection between land and fording, or slab. Land and slab of concrete in the river. There is a particular heavy-duty equipment that is always on spot.
To fix it back.
To put back these stones. So it's not done properly. It's just stones piled up. I wish you could find pictures.
So help me here though. If it is raining constantly and the river is in spate, how those people come out and go in?
The only way, if the river is in spate and it washes away those stones, the only way in and out is the closed bridge. The bridge that has a sign that says closed. The only thing that lets you know that the bridge is closed is a sign. So God help if somebody can read. Because the roadway leading to the closed bridge is open. And I see where they're blaming residents for having it open. That is disingenuous.
So that's the fording.
Yes.
That's the fording. So you're actually driving down in the river.
Yes, and you notice those stones that the truck is now, I think the wheels are now on top of those stones. That is what connects land to the slab of concrete called the fording.
Oh. So when those wash away, and the fording is almost level with the river.
Absolutely.
So even if it don't wash away immediately, when the rain start fall and the river start come over that concrete slab, it is also dangerous to drive on it.
Dangerous. And can you imagine you're going down into the riverbed? This is water. You don't know when a rush of water is going to come through.
So that means if you're coming in night, if you're going there at night, people are going to feel better driving on the bridge if it's raining.
They feel a lot safer going, endangering their lives, than going down into the river, not knowing if a gush of water is going to be coming at them. Because not only did the National Works Agency create this slab of concrete, because I can't call it anything else but a slab of concrete.
Right.
Not only did they create this, they didn't think about the residents and put some street lights. So can you imagine a lady coming home at night with her kids? She's going down into this dark area. She don't know what's in there.
Hold on.
She's going in there.
Hold on. So people walk from Buff Bay to these communities?
No. They would be walking if they're connecting from communities to communities.
Okay.
So coming from Mount Vernon, for instance.
Yeah.
And you're going to Craigmill. There's no reason to drive because so you can simply walk.
Right. But you have to walk down here, so.
But if you don't walk on the bridge, you'll have to walk down there.
I remember a demonstration was in Buff Bay. I don't remember what year. And the MP told the media that no amount of demonstration going to make him move any faster. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct. And that again is a serious disrespect to the residents. And not only did he say that, but he showed it. He showed it by I believe in 2021, I saw the National Works Agency put out a tender document for this bridge.
What?
Yes, that was in 2021. A tender document was put out for the construction of a new bridge for Craig Mill, 2021. In 2023, I think, 22, 23, I saw where the then minister made an announcement that $120 million was allocated or was to be allocated for the Craig Mill Bridge. And now I am seeing where the member parliament is quoting a 95 plus million projection for this bridge. And to add insult to injury, Comrade Colin, he spoke about that the bridge he's looking forward to this bridge being done because he's going to be advocating for it. Now, come on. Is it that we take people in West Portland for fools now? You're advocating since 2019 for this bridge, and now the community is going to get the bridge because 3 persons almost lost their lives. You know what was a concern of mine, Comrade Bell? I was always concerned that persons who are not from the community would eventually drive on that bridge because the roadway is open. Other cars are using it. And you know what the driver of the truck said? The driver of the truck said he went across with the truck because he saw other vehicles went ahead of him. And I'm telling you, he's not lying, because I was in the community last week and I personally witnessed cars using this open bridge. When I went to the scene of the accident, it is residents again who got some sticks and some stones to alert unsuspecting commuters
that the bridge is out.
That the bridge has now collapsed.
So,
and you know why this means so much to me? I'm going to tell you why it means so much to me.
Talk to me.
Because many, many years ago, a good friend of mine died the same way. Died. It's called the Rio Mino Bridge. I don't remember how Jamaicans remember when the Rio Mino Bridge in Maypen collapsed. And there was a bus called Blue Streak carrying passengers. The bridge collapsed. It was pitch dark. They had no way to know that the bridge had collapsed. And he came upon it and went straight over.
Woo. 21
persons died from that bus. That was my family member. A member of that bus was owned by my family.
Wow.
And everybody died. So once I came there and I saw the bridge collapse and it was so dark, any person coming up
could have just drive across.
Could just drive straight over.
Has there been anything done since that to block it off?
It is not blocked off.
Beautiful.
It is not blocked off. And it's going to stay blocked off. You know why? Because you cannot use it.
Can't use now.
You can't use it.
So when it rains now and that river in Spate, nobody gets in, nobody gets out?
Nobody gets in, nobody gets out.
So I wonder if this now will push the MP to get it done?
No, this will force the government and the member of parliament and the National Works Agency. What else is going to force them? The general elections is coming up.
Yes. Yes.
They must put a bridge there. If you don't put a bridge there, you're saying to the people you do not care. So we know that a bridge is going to go there.
But for
And
5 years,
that bridge arrives.
but from 2019, and this government constantly say that they have the money. Why that bridge was not replaced all this time?
Well, a little birdie also told me that the bridge was earmarked for there, and somehow it found itself further in the east, A little birdie told me. I don't know if that can be confirmed.
Ooh.
But the bottom line is the level of disrespect that have been shown to the residents. And don't forget, you might have persons living in Craigmill, Whitehall, and Belvedere who commutes every day.
Yes.
But you also have farmers
who have produce up there
in Buff Bay and other areas that actually goes there every single day.
So you are saying that
Sir,
you are saying, Doreen, that this is not adequate.
No.
This cannot suffice for the people of that community.
This is not representation. This is not representation. A member of parliament's job is to advocate on behalf of the people. I'm going to give you an example of advocacy. When I was a sitting councillor for the Balcarres division, we had rainfall that caused the collapse of the roadways leading to the community of Cascade, Regale, and Section. They were cut off. They were marooned. The Minister of Transport at the time was Robert Bobby Pickersgill. And as a councillor, a PNP administration and a PNP councillor, I went to Comrade Bobby Pickersgill and cried. I did everything to say to him, listen, this is urgent. There's no in and there's no out.
Once a lifeline for the community.
Sorry about that. Continue, Doreen.
I remember him putting me into a helicopter and him said, I have to see this for myself. And we went to the JDF and we went into a helicopter and we flew over. All we could see was the residents waving. But that did not cause any assistance to flow in. After a while, I realized all of that was good, but we still did not get any assistance.
Mm-hmm.
As the councillor for the area, I mobilized the community and we went to Hagley Park Road at the ministry and we blocked off the main road in Kingston.
So that was under PNP government. You were a PNP councillor.
Government with a PNP councillor. And we went in trucks and we went in buses. Because we need you to understand that while you're cozy and comfortable in Kingston, we are out here and we are suffering and we need your attention. Needless to say, that is no history. We were able to advocate. I was able to advocate on behalf of the residents.
And get action.
And we got action.